Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Shop Local webinar, and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jackie Ulloa, and I'm with Metro's customer service team. Presenting with me today is Daryl Davis, VP of Creative Services, and Laura Cook is our Senior Graphic Designer. We're all super excited for this webinar. We'll have a lot of great information to share with you, along with a variety of tools that'll really help support and grow your Shop Local efforts. Daryl is going to start off by really defining what Shop Local is, and then Laura is going to go over some really neat design examples. And then I'll just give you a quick overview on how to find some of that content on our website. I just want to point out we are going to have a survey at the end, so if you can kindly just take a minute to fill that out, we would really appreciate it. And good news, anyone attending today's webinar is going to receive a 50% discount on our Shop Local templated special section. And that's something that we'll be previewing as we move forward with the presentation. So if you're ready, Daryl, I will go ahead and start this up.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks.
All right.
Again, welcome to our Shop Local webinar today, and thanks for taking the time to be here with us. We're going to try to explore some strategies for generating ad revenue and reader engagement. But just starting off by defining what is Shop Local, why is it trending? I don't think shopping locally in your community is anything new. But I think that we've kind of been taken over by big box stores and maybe a less intimate shopping experience over the years. About 10 years ago, American Express came out with an ad campaign, Shop Small. It might have been even more than 10 years ago. But I think that there's definitely been a trend toward supporting local services and shopping locally. And I do think that's part of something that's happening now and is definitely a movement. Shopping local is the act of everyday consumers making a decision to buy produce, clothing, day-to-day items from local businesses instead of going to a larger retailer, a big box store. It's a lot more comfortable sometimes to shop in a neighborhood place than being in a less warm environment like a Walmart or something. When you shop local, a lot of the goods and services that you receive are locally sourced or crafted. That can range from, local produce to people that make jewelry in town. But, a lot of times when you're shopping at this level, it becomes much more enjoyable and you're buying from, business owners that you trust. Visiting local shops and restaurants in your community allows you neighborhood networking time, especially if you're new to the neighborhood, familiarizing yourself with local retailers. And all of these places, they have a story to tell, and you get to be part of it, and you get to help tell their story, which is fantastic. Next. Again, shopping locally really means enjoying, sharing about, and supporting the small businesses in your area. By sharing, you can, maybe someone posts something on Facebook about, I had a great meal at this restaurant. Other forms of, small business support might be someone posting, I need someone, I'm redesigning our kitchen and we could really use some help. Does anyone have a great contractor out there? So these kinds of local engagements are a real positive. And, when we share and recommend our experiences, obviously we all know that the power of personal referral is the ultimate form of marketing. So that's a great thing that shopping local can achieve. Shopping local also extends not only from walking down Main Street, but you can also shop online at sites like Etsy or other boutique online stores versus corporate sites that allow you to support everyday artisans and business owners. Again, this is all a great way to build relationships, make your community aware of your support, i.e., had a great pizza last night at Bob's Pizza Shop. But it's a great way to get to know people and discover new places and share. It's been said that making a point to shop locally at least once a week throughout the year can change your community. Also, choosing to shop locally helps the money be cycled back into your community, which means helping boost the local economy. Local businesses can then give back in sponsorships or community events. That means that a local furniture store can sponsor the Little League team. A group of restaurants can get together to create a food truck community event. Things like that that really help bring the community together and bring local businesses together. Shopping locally ensures that your tax money, which we're saying here is going to be spent anyway, goes back to your regional tax base. These local taxes can be used for parks, roads, community improvements, which we all benefit from on a daily basis. And when you're shopping locally, you're just not only helping your area's economy, but you're helping grow the dreams of local business owners that we all get to know and love. Just sharing some statistics here. Our sales director sent me this report from BIA Advisory Services, and they're projecting that the local ad market this year is going to come in at about 173.3 billion, which is insane. But it's an 11.4% improvement over 2021. Obviously, we've been in the midst of worldwide pandemic has definitely affected us in so many ways. But a little bit of a breakdown of that 173 billion, almost $25 billion will be financial insurance, retail in general, 24 billion, leisure, which is, a category that's been strongly impacted by COVID. Gyms, clubs, classes are expected to rebound this year and be part of a $14.1 billion increase. Autos, almost 14 billion. Political advertising, as we know, is huge and will be heating up. And here we have an $8.4 billion number. But, in general, I think we're going to move now to Laura, our senior designer, to show some of the elements that Metro has available to help you capture some of this market locally.
Hi, everyone. Yes, like Daryl said, I'm going to share with you some Shop Local themed content that we have available at Metro right now, ready for use and download. So like Daryl said, shopping local isn't a new concept, but consumers now are more interested in keeping their dollars in their communities and supporting local businesses. So these templates I'm going to show you are a variety of ideas that we've come up with at Metro to entice advertisers and call consumers to action under a Shop Local theme. So first, here are these two full-page multi-advertiser ad ideas that provide an educational aspect. You can see this Shop Local ad on the left. It firstly educates the consumer on why it's smart to shop locally. And it's pretty small, but some of the reasons listed here are strengthening the local economy and creating jobs. So having this short educational blurb above a variety of local advertisers is a good way to get consumers more interested in the page and to really engage with it. So the headline, Think Local, plays into each ad. So it's Think Local ... for footwear, Think Local ... for great gifts, and et cetera, and all these different ads. The second ad gives a personal touch by presenting Did You Know shopping local facts sponsored by advertisers. So facts like conserving energy, improving property values, and they're all sponsored by a business. And we have space to include a photo, business name, and years in the business. It's a nice way to meet your local merchants without a traditional sales pitch. And also on this page layout, we have a short article, Should You Start a Business? And this will keep the reader's attention on the page longer, and they will be more likely to notice advertisers on a page layout like this. So one of the main reasons that people shop locally is to show support. And that really came into play at the start of the pandemic as we tried to keep our smaller community businesses alive. Showing support is a great concept to get the attention of consumers. People want to know that their business is helping the local community. And here it's a restaurant directory, but this concept could be used for a variety of businesses. And we also provide a small individual ad layout highlighting a deal of the day. Or this could be expanded into deal of the week or month, depending on your print schedule. And it could also easily turn into a campaign with web advertising as well. Additionally, a service we can provide are themed web page directories. These can be a great resource for consumers to find local businesses and link directly to their websites. These web landing pages would appear on your newspaper's website, and we have a variety of themes for these: holiday shopping, summer deals, lawn and garden. It's just a nice landing page directory of local advertisers, which can be grouped together under a theme. And this can be an upsell to print advertisers or promoted as a perk for being an advertiser to then be listed on the advertiser directory web page. And you can learn more about those by emailing. And with this layout, we're showing businesses celebrating anniversaries. Highlighting a business's longevity is both a celebration for the business and a thank you to the consumers. So a great idea is to showcase these business with a shop tip, like we're showing here in the full page ad, or it could be a simple Q&A or a bio of the owner along with a photo. Personal story or shared expertise is almost necessary aspect of advertising these days. People want to know the face behind the business, feel connected to them, and therefore feel good about supporting them by being a customer. That personal connection is really what shopping locally is about. And no matter how well Walmart or Home Depot markets their personal service, small businesses can't be in that area.
And Laura, can I just jump in here for one second? The business anniversary concept is a great idea, not only for the layouts that we're showing here, but also, and I've seen these many times successfully created over the years, an entire section of local businesses and their anniversary, and 100, under 100, or they can be titled creatively, but it can be an entire section that focuses on the local community with precisely the kind of elements that Laura just pointed out, but also if a section's created, it can be something fantastic to keep around, for the whole year or beyond, just to be able to reference local businesses and information. Thanks, Laura. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah. And so we're also showing individual anniversary announcement layouts here that, thanking you for the business. And this is an important message for an advertiser to send to their customers, and it's a great non-traditional ad for them to run. Another excellent way to get consumers to shop locally and to engage with local businesses is to run a contest. Here we're showing 3 holiday-themed code word hunts. The idea is to have consumers stop into stores and collect a code word given to that business. Then they share the results, entered into a drawing to win a prize package or gift cards from the participating businesses. It gets the consumers into the shops. But if this isn't feasible in your community, maybe because there's no central shopping center, a way to modify this idea is to do an advertisement hunt where people look through and read the advertisements in the newspaper in order to find the code word or clue or graphic or whatever you want to use. And this will really get readers to intentionally seek out the advertisements in the paper and read through them. Here are just a couple more contest ideas. One is a poker run where you collect poker cards from participating businesses. Another is a bingo card of businesses to shop. And we have hundreds of contest ideas in art and ads already created on our website. We have holiday themes, kid-friendly contests, and all of these could be used as is or adapted for your community to increase reader engagement. And many of them also come with promotional ads and web ads, so they're easy to promote as well. Of course, the fastest and easiest way to increase reader engagement these days is with social media. We've recently started producing ready-made Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter posts, and we're quickly adding a variety of topics. We have traditional holiday themed posts to wish readers happy St. Patrick's Day or a happy Easter, but we are also creating content to be used for more obscure special days such as Beer Day or National Craft Month. And the fun idea with these is you can use them along with a post tagging businesses, suggesting where to stop for a beer on April 7th, or to highlight a craft store doing a special DIY class. For the St. Patrick's Day post, you can tag businesses that are having holiday events or specials. And this is a great, easy way to promote your advertisers and to increase traffic to their business. Another great way to get readers involved in the paper and increase engagement is to print photos and announcements. There's nothing more exciting than seeing something you wrote or a photo you took in print in the paper. These pages are highly anticipated by the readers. They're looking for them. They become personal keepsakes and help foster a sense of community among neighbors. So we're showing here, we have a community album template for birthday announcements. We also have them available for anniversaries, engagement announcements as well. And we also have these community scrapbook layouts to showcase reader submitted photos. We have these templates for Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, and lots more. And of course, we also provide promotional ads to help assist with the promotion of these types of pages. Next, I'm showing you a services business card concept that can be expanded into a special section or an insert. Services tend to be a mandatory shop local thing. You can't order a next day delivery of a plumber from across the country or a house painter directly from a warehouse. But that doesn't mean you can't use the shop local theme to promote these businesses. The here's my card concept, it feels personal, allows for many small, cost-effective business card-sized ads to run together under one theme. This is a great way to show what shopping locally could mean for a small town that doesn't have many local retail businesses available for shopping. Services tend to be a local thing, so you can present it in a way where it is like a feel-good shop local concept. Metro also provides fully templated special sections, and this is a full 20-page layout focused on shopping local. So within this section, we have 12 articles, topics such as 4 unique ways to help small businesses grow, how to identify what customers want, reasons to shop small businesses, and how to reduce reliance on big box retailers. This section is a great read for people interested in supporting small businesses, and their articles and tips for small business owners themselves. This would be an ideal section for small businesses to advertise in. And readers of this section would definitely feel inspired to shop locally afterwards. The sections also come with ad space holders and provide suggestions for what type of business might want to run an ad next to certain articles. So you could print out a page with an article and show it directly to a potential advertiser and say, your ad will appear here on an already laid out page. And again, we always provide promotional materials. So we have ads for both readers and advertisers and a rate card template for all of our fully templated sections. Another way to keep the local theme going and entice readers is to promote the newspaper's ability to provide local knowledge by highlighting the fact that you have local advertisers, run special sections, have directories and event listings. So these things all entice readers to stay local and support local. Here we have a newspaper promotional campaign showing the newspaper's ability to suggest where to eat. to show what's on sale and who to call for services. I'm also showing here a full page promotional layout that focuses on the newspaper's ability to show the reader what's happening for news but also local events, entertainment, shopping, dining in print and online. Just keeping with that local theme. We have just uploaded this new Shop Local infographic with 5 great reasons to go local. This could work as a newspaper promotion, or facts could be broken apart and have advertising beneath each reason, or a single advertiser or sponsor ad at the bottom of the page. So this is fresh and new and available for download. Another great resource I'd like to share for Shop Local information and statistics is the Relevance Project. We've partnered with them, and they are a free source of a wealth of knowledge, and they have a passion for helping newspapers thrive and to make them continue to be an invaluable source of information within their communities. They have great articles and tips on how to win back advertisers and how to remain relevant. They also have lots of statistics on how well newspaper advertising really works. So you can go to their website and read through all the materials that they offer there for free. And also, like, I don't remember if Jackie or Daryl said it, we are offering 50% off of our Shop Local TSS because we really think it'll be a great inspirational and revenue producing section for you. Finally, I want to make note of our Plus Business content. Here we post success stories from our clients every month and have a database of years worth of stories and ideas. Jackie will show you where to find all of these articles, but the ones I'm showing here are specifically about our Shop Local TSS and a holiday website directory that created a nice revenue boost for these newspapers. And we just had a new success story come in. This was submitted by Chris Redmond Elliott of Morningstar Publications. This is a weekly paper who has been promoting shopping locally for several years. Chris says that the small businesses appreciate the opportunity to be in the newspaper, and this multi-advertiser layout allowed them to sell ad blocks for just $50 each. They will be offering a similar ad page with an Easter theme, and of course, Shop Local in November in time for holiday shopping. So thanks for sending this in, Chris, and I'm sure you'll hear from someone so we could get a full article and share the details on our Plus Business section. So thanks for that.
Yeah, I just want to say, Laura, real quick, this is a really great concept for a page, or again, it could be an entire section. And the way it's laid out, it's conducive to any holiday or any kind of promotion, and it focuses on the local advertising so well.
Right. Yeah, and we're gonna turn it over to Jackie so she can show you where to find all this on our site.
All right, thank you, Laura. Okay, so we are going to go live on metrocreativeconnection.com, and while I navigate through the site, I'm just going to pause my video for a few minutes, but I'll be back. All right, so here we go. We're on metrocreativeconnection.com. Everyone should have their own username and password so that when you are logged in, you should see your name on the top right-hand side. If you don't see it, let me know and I'll make sure I get you set up after today's webinar. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into our creative library. And again, this will be a really brief overview. All right, and before you guys start searching, I did want to bring attention to our splash page. Make sure you do check this out. It's a way where you can access the most current search book. So you'll see that right here. You're also going to see a bunch of helpful resources and our newest Plus Business success story, which is right over here on the right. We also have some great tips for you. In this case, we have searching in MCC, a quick guide to finding what you need. And if you scroll further down, you're going to see these links, which will just serve as a quick shortcut to access all of our most recent collections. In this case, it'll be our March issue. All right, I'm just going to scroll back up here and I'm going to access our search book. And I just want to make mention that while we do update our site weekly, the search book is the best way to find the newest content. So let me, and I'll click on a few pages here. Along the top, you are going to see these tabs here, which represent the different services that we do offer. So every one of our subscribers has access to the Metro newspaper service. It is our main service, and that also comes with print and digital ad packages. So I'm just going to click on this, and I'm just going to show you 3 pages here. I want to highlight those. And by the way, you guys can share these with your advertisers as well. You can download these as PDFs, and if you needed to check out some of the previous editions, you can always check out the archives. All right, so let's flip through a few of these just to give you a good idea here. And I recently heard one of our customers wasn't aware of these search books. So now she's making it a point to visit our search book each month and taking 5 new ads from the current search book. So I thought that was pretty neat. All right, so on the right-hand side, coming up here, you'll have the marketplace ad. I really like this layout. The reason why I like it is because you can just offer your advertisers different price points here. So in this case, you're going to see the marketplace layout is for a local guide to creative outlets. So you'll see the directory on the top half, and the bottom half are your full ads. Another page I want to highlight is the Shop Local page. We're always going to have a page dedicated to that just to help meet your Shop Local needs. And lastly, the monthly calendar. Here we have it for April. It's a great way to just really target your event advertisers and create event related promotions. In this case, you'll see we have some suggestions here for you. Breakfast with the Easter Bunny, Easter egg hunting, and the worship schedule. And all of these pages are clickable, by the way. So if you like any one of these ideas, you can click onto the page itself, and it should take you directly into that creative library. Not just a second.
Jackie, can I just jump in 1 second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at this calendar page, which is a gorgeous layout, but also reminds me that things that are set up in a calendar format are tend to stick around a little longer. They have a little more stickiness. Someone, may keep this around the entire month to make reference to events that are coming up. But pages like this sometimes have some extra longevity, which is, a fantastic component to shopping local.
Let me try to. All right, I'm just going to go back to our home page here. All right, so I'm going to dive right into that creative library now. We've seen that splash page, and I'm just going to do a quick search here. So on the left-hand side, I'll type in local, and definitely you want to make use of all these filters on the left-hand side. You're going to notice it does default so that you can find your images and spec ads at once, but you can search for one or the other. Something I want to point out here is toward the bottom, if you're looking for a specific image type, you can just come to this section here and choose any one of these: photos, headings, the social media that Laura talked about earlier, and so on. And for the purpose of this, I'm just going to focus on spec ads. And we're going to fill up our page with spec ads here. And on the lower left-hand side, when you are searching specifically for spec ads, it is going to default to finding you print ads. If you needed to find print with the corresponding digital ads, just make your selection here, or you can also simply choose your digital ads. If you're looking for a particular ad type, here we have all the different ad types that Laura showcased, for example, your contests, multiple advertisers, self-promotions, and so on. So that's a really nice way to narrow it down. And as I hover over some of these, you're going to see some really good looking layouts here. And we have some for all the seasons, all kind of events and categories. What I want to show you is just how you can easily share any one of these. So for example, as you hover over these, you're going to see all these different options within that box. What I tell everyone, it's just really easy to click onto that first icon here for more options. This is where designers are going to come in and download these ads. One way you can share them is to print preview. And here's a quick pop-up and just show you what it looks like. You can print it from here. You'll have the file name, so there's no confusion as to what the ad is. You can make some notes, and the rep's name will be along the bottom here as well. So that's one way. Another way is to simply email the link from this section here, or you can copy and paste that URL. Your coworker just needs to be logged in order to preview or download any of these images or ads. And another way you can share these is to add these to your project. What's really nice with these projects is that they work like a shopping cart. You can share any projects internally, and you also have the option of sharing these in person with your advertiser. So if you're going to visit with an advertiser, you can prep a project ahead of time and just show them some of the concepts that you might have come up with. Okay. Another tool we've got here is the wizard. I'm not going to demo that today, but if anybody does want more information, please let me know and I'll make sure I reach out to you after the webinar. But basically the whole idea is that you can click onto where it says My Ad Wizard and plug in your advertiser information. If you want to include a logo, you can do that. And you can easily either print or email these to share these with your advertisers as well as with your design team. Okay, I'm going to move into the editorial library next. All right, and I just want to point out all of our subscribers do have access to the editorial library. You can search for these by keyword, category. Games, puzzles, and recipes are all part of this for you. So I'll just quickly bring up how to. All right, and you'll see your captions here with your imagery. With any one of these, if you wanted to see these entirely, again, just click onto that first icon for more options. These articles can be used as they are. You can also edit them to your own liking. In fact, when you do download these, you're also going to have a native advertising version, which basically just means it gives you prompts so that you can go ahead and plug in your advertiser info. Maybe you want to make them the local expert on whatever the subject might be. So
That's
I
great.
think that's pretty neat. I'm going to switch this back to all. All right. Like I said, games, puzzles, and recipes are part of your subscription. So if you need any one of these, just simply select those. And just as an idea, these can also be sponsored. And we have had our customers create puzzle books as well. So I think that's pretty neat. All right, next we're going to move into our templated sections. And these can all be previewed in their entirety. You just want to make sure that you are logged in. On the left-hand side, you'll notice you can search by theme. If you wanted to access our schedule, just click over on this link and you can download that PDF. All right, as mentioned before, the Shop Local, we are offering a 50% discount. You can preview these by, again, clicking onto that first option there. You can share these with your advertisers as well. And I'll show you that in a minute. But these can be downloaded as InDesign packages or Quark packages with or without our ads. These do come with corresponding themed websites and directories. One way you can preview them is just simply by clicking on this link over here. Further down, you'll see the marketing material that Laura discussed. So this is pretty neat. I love the way that it's all cohesive. So you have your rate card here, and you have your marketing material for both your advertisers as well as your readers. Okay, and if you want to share these, again, with your prospects, you have a couple of options here. You can send them the link to the e-edition, and they can simply click through the pages there. Or you can also print out a PDF if you wanted to do that. So we're going to view a couple of pages on that PDF. And these are watermarked just for presentation purposes. But I'll scroll through a couple of pages here, and you'll see how nicely they do present here. On the left-hand side, you'll notice we have suggested advertisers. And as you go on, we're also going to have some pages that'll give you some consumer data information. So you're going to see where the annual spending goes. Okay, all right. All right, websites and directories. This is another great area to check out if you're looking to expand your digital advertising. They do start at $50 a month. And in the center here, if you wanted more details, more information, we do have a link here so that you can always watch the webinar on these, on your own time. Along the right-hand side, if you wanted to check out any of the websites or directories, you can see them here. We do have the Meadville Tribune under the spotlight. You can always check that out. And if you wanted to see some examples of what our customers are doing with these, you can view the gallery. So I'll just quickly pull that up here for you. And these are really neat. You can just select the category. So we'll go with Shop Local as an example here. And you can check out any one of these websites. Let's see, let's pull one of these up here. And you can see here the Daily Independent, and what a really cool example of what they're doing, all the advertisers that they have on here. All right, so I just wanted to make sure that I did point that out to you guys. Okay, I'm going to go back to our homepage here. All right, a couple of other things I did want to mention here is our calendar. Our planning and promotions calendar is a great tool, so you don't want to miss that. So on the top right-hand side, I'm going to pull up March as an example. Okay, and you're going to see we have hundreds of promotional opportunities here. It's where you're going to find all of our best sellers for that particular month. You'll see the monthly, weekly, and daily events. If you want to print these out, you can. Just right below the image, go ahead and click on View Printable Calendar, and you can print it from the top here. Take your time, see what, the different things you can promote, plan way ahead of time. You can create a prospect list for yourself. And just also use these events in your social media too would be a great idea. I just want to mention a couple of things as an example. So for example, in March, we celebrate National Women's History Month. What's really cool is that you can promote your local businesses owned by women. Let me get that out there. Owned by local women. We do have a directory layout for this and a contest for Women of the Year in our current search book that could be filled with sponsors. Another idea here would be Music in Our Schools Month. So you can take that opportunity to highlight your local students and teachers. Some of the prospects you can target could be instrument shops, music instruction, concert halls, and so on. All right, so definitely don't want to miss out on that. All right, and lastly, I'm going to go back to our site. I did want to point out if you guys need any support on the top right-hand side here, check this out. We do have a lot of our video tutorials, which are just a couple of minutes each. And we have it broken down by subject. Otherwise, if you wanted to check out some of our webinars or if you wanted to register to any of those, you can do that from this section here. Under About, we'll have our Revenue Development Services page, and this is something you can check out on your own time, but it really gives you an excellent overview as to what your subscriber benefits are, and you can easily access any of these just by clicking onto these links. As you scroll down here, we're also going to show you any additional resources. So if you're interested in any of these, want to learn more, reach out to us. We can set up a trial for any one of these and give you any of the information that you need. All right, so that's it for today. So thank you guys so much. And again, if you have any questions, please email us directly and we'll be happy to help you.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
All right. Bye, guys.